Leaving that morning was killer because it was still dark out, but they had a catering truck there and I wasn't sure if we had to pay to eat there, so I never did. But I learned on my next show that we could and it was free, but that was at Crafty and then we shuttled over and this is how it looked when I arrived and we just started getting to work. We were given these instructions on the blackboard and in the next picture there's a diagram and I still don't know what that diagram meant, but we were supposed to make that happen. I set up this table and wrote this sign. That's just a little bit of what we did. Isn't the tree that we decorated so beautiful? And there's Autumn Reeser, which was so exciting. My entire first day involved setting up this room and decorating probably 8 Christmas trees, including this giant one. It was so much fun.
Because I'm blocked in, the plan is to drive on this marshy water. You can see how marshy it is.
In short, this idea was a terrible one. Hey you guys, so I'm back for a second day, so that's how you know yesterday was probably pretty good. Spoiler alert. But yeah, so yesterday, a lot of my job, I figured out it was for a Hallmark movie, A Glenbrooke Christmas. And a lot of my job was decorating Christmas trees. And I was like, what the heck? You can get paid to decorate Christmas trees? That's awesome. And then after that, I put presents around Christmas trees. I set up books and bookshelves, stuff like that. I did have to transport the Christmas trees around to different areas. And I am not very strong with my arm strength, so some of the tasks I was like, I cannot do this. So you definitely need to be a little bit stronger than me if you want this to be your career, because there's things I could carry, but there's a lot of things too that I couldn't. So I mostly just did stickering and stuff like that and making sure all of the tables that other people brought in had felts at the bottom so they wouldn't scratch the floor, and I just made sure I was useful in other ways. I did carry things, I carried tables and stuff like that, but there are some things, some tables, because we had 8 different types of tables. It was a really good time. It was really interesting to be working on an actual set, because in film class you work very much together, whereas in this it was a lot of separate teams coming together to try and make one big thing work. So for example, where we ran into the most with was the lighting team, because we were working in the same room at one area and we needed to have everything set up for them to film in the room, four different rooms in one room. We need to have set up by 2 p.m. But the lighting team was also there, and so you're not able to walk in front of lights, so there's a lot of spaces of the place that we weren't actually allowed to go to. So that made it kind of difficult to do our job, but they also have a job. So at one point somebody said, they're like, okay, we have to figure out a way to work cohesively and both do our job but work together. So yeah, I don't know. It was just really interesting to see how there's it's very separate teams, but then there's the people who've been in it for a while and worked together multiple times, or just got along really well, and so then they're talking to each other with 3 different teams. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. Everybody was kind of just focused on their one task that they had to do. But a lot of people have different roles. One guy was, an ops guy. And then yesterday he was working as a driver because that's what needed to be done. And one of the girls yesterday, it was her first day too, just like me. And she got picked to be, I didn't know they'd be filming while we were there. Because a lot of times my friend Gracie, who set me up with this, they set up before and then they film like later. So I thought we were setting up and nobody would be there. And so people were there and they were filming, and I met the main two Hallmark actors and actress, and they were so nice. The guy I only asked like, hey, is anybody still in the building? Because I didn't know who he was. And then the girl, I didn't really talk to her, but I was carrying a Christmas tree and a bunch of the ornaments fell off, and she collected behind them, picked them up, and passed them to me. I was like, thank you, that's so nice. But anyways, this girl, I didn't know they'd be filming. I showed up in a Looney Tunes sweater. And this girl, she got picked to be an extra in the movie. I was so jealous. So today, my hair is done. Also, something dope about yesterday is they give you food. They gave us a snack, and they gave us, well, another snack. It wasn't actually the lunch. We missed lunch because we were working through it. But they gave lunch, and then they gave like a mid-snack lunch thing, which was a sandwich and soup.
Okay, and cut. We're gonna reset.
Yeah, you can see it in the movie, but they let me put the books on the bookshelf, so I put the funniest ones I could find, like Trudeau in Our Times and Voices of the Dead. Hey you guys, I just finished my second day as a set decorator, set deck for short, and it was so much fun. I'm loving this. It's so much fun. It's exhausting though. My feet and my back and my legs die after each day, and the next morning is a little tough to wake up and go, but once I'm there, I love working on a Hallmark movie. It's magical. Today I was not a set deck all day. So basically this is how my day went through. I arrived and we all met at what they call the circus, where everybody parks, and then today the shuttle was running late, so I drove our crew of set decks to the set, and then we set up as we were told we were supposed to by the boss. And then so we took down all of yesterday's set, undrilled the walls, brought the walls out, loaded them into the truck, and then we set up for today. So we had a coffee area, a art area, a lounge, and then a reading nook. And so that was all in one room, but we were making it look like new rooms. And then that was a lot of the morning, well, till like 9ish. And then the director came, and that was not what we were supposed to do at all, apparently. Something was lost in communication, so we had to set up yesterday's set. They wanted it to look like the actors were setting up that set, like setting up that area for the thing we filmed the day before. So we were going back in time, and so we still needed that up, so we had to take down all of the work we had just done and re-put everything that was just up, that we just took down. And then after that was done, so that was the majority of the day in that set. And then because I had to leave early today, I wasn't able to do a full day. I had to leave 3 hours early. When they went to the storage to unload the vans, I stayed behind and helped a lady named Lisa, who is on-set dresser. And so I was the on-set dresser assistant today, and it was so much fun. It's like being a set deck, but honestly kind of better because, well, except it's only you, and you have to lift all these things by yourself. Like, Lisa was carrying an entire Christmas tree by herself. That's a 2-person job. But so I did that today, and the reason why I think it's a little bit better is because there's a little bit more chat time, which is hard to believe. I don't know, I'm just in awe of watching them film, so I like that part. But also, the main reason why I'm saying that is because I actually got to sit today. So while they're filming, you can't be going on and doing things. What a set deck will do, set decoration person will do, which is what I did yesterday, would be to get the other areas ready and going and making sure that's all ready. So whatever other rooms or buildings you're in, you drive over, you get those ready, etc. And then that way it's just ran smoothly. So you're working on your feet the whole day. There's basically no breaks at all on your feet the whole day. Like, you need some super good insoles to be doing that for 12 hours. But anyways, so the on-set dresser gets to sit while they're filming. You get to sit. And just between takes, you move things. It was wonderful. I had so much fun. I'm really hoping to have more opportunities to do it because I'm having a lot of fun, even though I wasn't chosen as an extra. But hey, soon, hopefully soon.
You guys, excuse the PJs and the mess, but I've worked 2 days for this Hallmark film, and I kind of feel like I'm getting jacked. Look at that. Where did that come from? Wait. One more time.